we spoke about this previously at like a little, I guess it was like in some of our pre-talk when setting up this interview. Do you ever look back when you were as a tour manager and think about the technology that we have today and how it would have changed the way that you did your job?
Of course. I mean, my God. I mean, GPS, cell phones, computers, laptops, and all that. I didn't have to deal with any of that. Unfortunately, it wasn't around. So when I had to route a tour, I'd go to AAA and get the maps of each city and like Xerox the maps and highlight the maps and hand them out to the crew and the trucks and stuff. We didn't have GPS and stuff like that. It would have been much easier,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, it's kind of what's interesting to me is that it almost sounds like you have to be. It's almost like you have to be like 20 more extra steps ahead of the flow of the day because you didn't have information at your fingertips the way that you could have had information at your fingertips.
Well, I had to dig out the information that I needed from where I get it, which like getting maps from AAA, or there was no cell phones at the time. But later on, I had a cell phone, but it wasn't as big as it is now. Yeah, you just you deal with what you can do. It's a lot easier now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I can't even. I had the brief experience. I did 2 tours with a band. I'm not a musician or anything, but I did 2 tours, and so I just like getting to see that sort of perspective of what it's like to be on a tour. I can't even imagine I can't even imagine what it turns into when you're on the road for like 6 months out of the year, and just sort of every night. And, how sometimes it must blur. Does it all blur together for you? Or can you very specifically tell the difference between 1983 and 1986? You know what I mean? Like
right now it's one big blur.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about 20 years, 2,200, over 2,200 shows, so it's a blur. So I remember certain things, but yeah, it's a lot of stuff behind me.